Hello, I'm Michelle Mansfield with the Happy Family Project on Instagram. And today I am displaying a work of art. I'm not a hair person, so I did a little twisty thing, just kind of played around with it, and ponied it up. So people are going to be surprised when I go to work tonight. I teach fitness classes at Spanga, and they're going to be like, whoa, what? You did your hair. Usually it's just like a top knot, which is, fine, but this is kind of fun today. I am I've been thinking a lot this week about what a couple things that I've talked about regarding being formally diagnosed with a PMAD. A PMAD is a perinatal or postpartum mood and anxiety disorder. And these include anything from postpartum depression to postpartum anxiety, postpartum OCD, psychosis, amongst other, diagnoses. So it's a big handful of things. And one thing I've talked about and I've been honest about, and I write about it in my book, and it's kind of my mission with my book, is what if you don't have a formal diagnosis? And that could be because you either are afraid to talk about it with anyone, including your doctor. Maybe you have filled out that oh so famous questionnaire at your doctor or pediatrician where you didn't check off all the boxes. So maybe you don't have enough symptoms to qualify you for a diagnosis or further follow-up. Maybe your doctor kind of brushed you off as, oh, you're fine. Maybe you are showing up at work or getting out of bed, functioning normally, whatever that means, where you're being told that your symptoms aren't, I guess worthy enough of a diagnosis. I don't know what the words are for that. I know many women have experienced these things where there's a slew of reasons why a formal diagnosis is not given. I'm here to tell you that I didn't necessarily need a formal diagnosis. I was blessed that I wasn't in a state where I definitely needed, medication or, something, more extensive with treatment. I do believe, I'm self-diagnosing myself, that I did have postpartum depression. It involved a lot of looking back to my past and having a hard time letting go of things and moving forward to a scary place. Scary in the sense of motherhood and just being like, it was just, a completely new feeling for me that I didn't even expect until she was actually in my arms, and maybe even when we walked into my home. Because even in the hospital, I think you're still in that sense of bliss and you have nurses helping you and you're, secluded in that in that space, in that hospital room, which can sometimes feel like your own little hotel experience. So I have a hard time with letting go of the past. I get attached to things very easily, experiences, time periods, and I believe that ignites, depression inside of me in many ways throughout my life, whether it was graduating from college or, moving from the city to the suburbs. I have a hard time with that. I eventually get through that, and I've eventually gotten through those things without therapy, where I think that was my mentality with motherhood. And I thought, like everything else that I've gone through, the big things in the past, the big changes, I will get through this on my own. And I wouldn't say a strong type A personality, but I do have type A in me. I have a little bit of perfectionism in me, and I'm very hard on myself if I can't figure it out on my own. I'm learning, and I've learned a lot and have been better with asking for help. And obviously now I've been very honest with my feelings about this road of motherhood, because it's still challenging, even though Brooklyn is going to be 7 in like almost a week. So I want to tell you, as one mom to another, that don't wait for a formal diagnosis or a script on paper. if you're feeling, if you have that feeling and you're trusting your gut that things are not normal and something is wrong, start simply with one step. Maybe it's following an amazing account on Instagram that posts very inspirational, educational things, making you more aware and in tune with your feelings. And you seeing posts that normalize your feelings, that make you feel like, okay, if it's on Instagram, other people are feeling this. I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to keep following. Maybe I'll turn on notifications for this account. That could be just a small baby step that won't overwhelm you. That'll carry you to another step of maybe sending a direct message to the account leader or commenting on someone's comment and supporting another mother virtually. Maybe that virtual community will be created, which will then give you that confidence to find maybe a community around you locally, right outside your door, whether that's at a hospital or a meetup group or a Facebook group that meets live in your neighborhood or community. And then from there, you may get that confidence and that boost if you need professional help and you get a great referral from a friend that you've, grown close to. I am a person too that is big on referrals for doctors and, whatever people recommend or their experience, talking to them about their experience. So I think another reason why I didn't seek professional help is I was isolating myself a lot. Barely talking to my close friends. So as far as finding a doctor, going online to find a doctor is just way too overwhelming for me. I don't even know where to go. It's like going on, Amazon and you're just like, all these reviews and blah, blah, blah. And a doctor is a very personal thing. So if I'm isolating myself and not talking to people personally, I'm sure not asking, for doctor recommendations. But anyways, I will close out keeping this short for you and your busy day. But again, don't wait for anything formal to come your way. Recognize the feelings, take baby steps towards getting comfortable with acknowledging them, finding that support, and eventually building upon that to get help professionally if you need that. Have an awesome day. Awesome hair today. I'm quite proud because usually I don't do shit to my hair. So have an awesome day. I will talk to you next time. And thanks for watching this whole thing. I know it's hard to do that.